Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Bag Show. Tonight, we are going to be talking about some more breaking news coming out of the Tokyo Game Show from Microsoft and Asus. They have indeed announced the prices, the release date, and of course, the pre-orders for the ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X. No, I'm not saying the full name because it's a mouthful. It's kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D. from Marvel. You got to shorten this up, but either way, doesn't matter. Let's get into this subject right now. I got an article here from Tech Radar that gives us the full breakdown of what to expect from this product, and boy, oh boy, even I was shocked because it's more expensive than I had anticipated. But either way, here we are. Let's break it down. We got the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. This is the weaker of the two, so to speak. The standard version of the new handheld sports a 7-inch display powered by AMD Ryzen Z2A processor. 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. That will run you at an astonishing $600 US. In the UK, it's going to run €500, and in Canada, an egregious $800 Canadian, which runs you at approximately $900 plus after tax, at least in Ontario. Now, let's look at the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, the more powerful of the two. It also will have a 7-inch display, but it will boast stronger specs with AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor, 24 gigs of RAM, and 1 terabyte of storage. That will run at a whopping €1,000 US. In the UK, it will run at €800, and in Canada, once again, getting the hose, $1,300. And that will also run with tax in Ontario at just under $1,500 for that product. That is a lot of money. Either way, here we are. We got the prices. It will launch on October 16th, and pre-orders are live now at most major retailers. I'm not getting this thing. I have no intention of buying this thing, but mind you, it's not for all just the same reasons. It's not even just the price. I've talked about it many times before that I have no need for a handheld. For example, I have a PlayStation Portal upstairs, and I barely touch the thing. Maybe once in a while before I go to bed, I may mess around with it a little bit here and there. But for the most part, or I'll take it away if I go on vacation. But for the most part, I don't touch the thing. Therefore, I don't really even use that, and that thing basically cost me $200. $1,500? Almost $1,000 for the cheaper one? Not a chance. The other thing is I work close to home. I don't really travel all that much. And when I am home, that's the only time I actually game. I've got a Series S in front of me, a Series X in front of me. I've got a PS5 Pro. Over there, I've got a Switch 2. And under the desk, I have a 3060, which I don't use for gaming. I literally just use that for YouTube. So this is not a product for me. I'm not going to shame anybody from buying it. Hey, man, listen, on this channel, I don't judge anybody for anything. You could do whatever you want with your money. I know guys who have $5,000 PCs. I know guys who have $500 consoles. People who have $2,000 graphics cards. You do whatever you want with your money. It's your money. Whatever makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then you do what you got to do. However, we always knew that this wasn't going to be a product for general consumption, so to speak. Let's say the 85% of the casuals out there were never going to buy a $1,500 handheld. We already knew that. I mean, there's millions of people out there who haven't even adopted this generation of consoles, for crying out loud. They're still playing Call of Duty on PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, mind you, they're going to have to upgrade if they're going to want the GTA 6 coming out next year. But then with Microsoft raising their prices twice in 1 year and Sony doing it once, this is an unprecedented situation where we have, after 5 years into a generation, the prices went up, not down. I really actually feel bad for the people who said, oh, I'll just wait for a price decrease on a Black Friday and pick it up for a couple of $100, you know, because let's just say they play Call of Duty and Madden or NHL or whatever, or they're going to buy it for GTA 6 and just play that and play GTA Online forever. You're in a situation now. You got yourselves in a bit of a pickle, and it's not your fault. It's just, that's just the way it ended up being. Now, with this product, back to the ROG Xboxes, this is incredibly expensive. So now what you've done is you've relegated this to the 15% of hardcore. Of those 15% hardcore, I can imagine 0.5 or maybe 1% of those hardcore are going to purchase this product. Therefore, I do not see this thing breaking any sales records anytime soon. But again, I'm not here to judge what people do with their money. Do whatever you want with your money. I don't even know what their sales projections are, what they consider a success or what they consider a failure. That's entirely up to them, not me. But either way, I presented you the information. I want to know what you think. Do you have any thoughts about purchasing this product? Have you already pre-ordered it? Or you just going to mock it and say, hey man, this ain't for me. It's certainly not at those prices. But either way, have yourself a great night and stay magnificent.